Hello and welcome to Toxic Free Tuesday. My name is Penny Campriello, and this is the show where we find safe solutions for toxic problems. And today the focus of our show is on stress and different ways that you can get rid of stress holistically without having to use prescription medications. We heard from Leslie, who is our massage therapist, and she explained to us how regular massage can help to actually release the toxins from the body, and then we can flush them out by drinking a lot of water, and the different things that can be helped with that. And my next guest also works alongside of Leslie Davidson at Inner Chi, and this is Cathy Klassen. Hi, Cathy.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice
I'm so glad that you joined us on the show today. And Cathy, your healing focus is through the more emotional aspects of energy healing. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. So I guess for myself and the lay people out there, can you kind of describe to me what the difference is between, say, what Leslie does with her massage therapy, and then how the approach of Reiki is?
Well, like you said, they're actually very different approaches to a very similar issue. Reiki is actually a traditional Japanese technique for healing, for stress reduction, and to just bring balance back into the body. And the way Reiki works is actually through sending energy, universal life energy. People call it chi, people call it prana.
Okay.
But it's sending universal life force energy through the body to help clear out toxins, to help clear out blockages that we begin to carry when we have emotional issues and stress, to allow the energy to flow again through the body so that you can actually begin to heal your own body, because we do have the capacity to heal ourselves.
Right, and we actually do have that, but a lot of the
Right.
times, because we're under so much stress in the everyday to day things that we do, that we're not able to self-heal, right?
That's correct, right?
So the difference between massage and Reiki, so if I came in and I was going to have a Reiki treatment, how would that look for me?
Okay, so the difference between the massage and Reiki is massage is hands-on. Okay, it's manipulating the muscle.
Okay.
Reiki is about sending energy. So a Reiki practitioner is actually trained in being able to really feel and sense the subtle energies in the body. So when you come in to see me, you would be on the massage table, and I would, through my hands, would actually send energy through your body, through the chakras, which are the energy centers in the body, and begin to clear out some of the blockages and clear out the toxic energy. And as I'm doing that, what you would notice as you're laying there is either a sense of just relaxation, a feeling of a lot of people can actually feel the energy going through their body as a sort of a tingling sensation.
Okay.
And just a very peaceful and relaxing situation. Now, some people do have experiences when I get to an area, say I'm working on the heart chakra, and they're carrying some sort of either grief or some sort of emotion that they've buried for a while, and the energy brings it to the surface. Some people will actually have a release in either a crying episode or suddenly remembering situations that have happened.
Okay.
But that's actually a good thing, because you can bring it to the surface, you can release it, and then that area can be filled with new, fresh energy, and that's what brings the healing.
Okay. So do you work with any kind of essential oils or anything while you're doing this, or it's just hands-on, or it's just feeling the energy?
Okay, so actually what I do is, along with the Reiki, I also use the energy of crystals and the energy, I do a lot of sound healing as well. And then I do use essential oils as well, not on the body, but through a diffuser in the room. So you have a full experience.
Okay, so more of like an aromatherapy.
Like an aromatherapy, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about the chakras. I mean, I've heard a lot about them. I know that we have 7 of them, and it seems that they kind of correlate with our endocrine system, which when we were talking the other day, I actually found that very interesting, and I had never really put those two things together, that the glandular endocrine system actually kind of lines up with all the 7 chakras, right?
Right, exactly.
So how do you determine which one is which?
Okay, so we have 7 main chakras in the body, and each chakra correlates to a different nervous or endocrine system. Okay, so what we call the third eye chakra, which is connects to the correlates to the pineal gland, or the heart chakra obviously connects to the heart and circulatory system, and so on. So we have 7 main chakras in the body, and so that's what the focus of Reiki healing is on. And so as I'm working, I would go to each chakra individually and work on that chakra, and different emotions will be connected to different chakras. So if you're carrying grief, I'm going to go to the heart chakra, and it's going to come up. If you're carrying issues connected to self-confidence or maybe some childhood issues, that'll probably come up in what we call the solar plexus or sacral chakras. And those are connected to the pancreas, those are connected to the kidneys. So a lot of times, if you've held on to energy for too long, it begins to manifest as a physical symptom. So if you're having digestive issues, or women sometimes are having issues getting pregnant, things like that, a lot of times the energy healing can help to clear out the energy that's causing the blockage, and then the physical manifestation can be released and go away.
So what we're actually talking about here is that energy is actually like a release of stress. When you're working with that energy, it's places that we would store stress.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So the whole goal, or the whole point of what I do, is to bring people into what I call the frequency of joy. And that frequency of joy is a place that's stress-free, that is peace. And that if you talk to people, that's what everyone's trying to get to. Okay, people are releasing stress to get to that place of just joy.
Absolutely.
And in order to do that, you have to raise the frequency. Every living thing has a frequency and a vibration. We know this from Biology 101. And in order to go in and raise the frequency of the cells of the body, we have to be able to run energy through the cells. And it's just like it is with massage, getting in there and manipulating the muscle, getting the energy and the blood flow to circulate. Same with energy. We bring the energy through the cells, we raise the frequency of the cells, and the more energy we can get to flow through the body, the greater our emotional health is. And the greater our emotional health is, the greater our physical health is as well.
Right. Now, you talked a little bit, and you said that there would, maybe with women who were trying to get pregnant, if they were storing energy in that particular area, are there any other health issues that people would benefit from Reiki treatment?
The list is endless, really. The list is endless. It just, I would say the most common ones that I see in my practice are grief, and grief can be from the loss of a loved one, it can be from the loss of a job, the loss of a relationship. That's one of the things that people really hold on to because they don't know how to process it. And, we do a lot of focusing through talk therapy on releasing these emotional things, but sometimes we just need to get energetically to the bottom of them and bring them up and release them. And that's where Reiki is a little bit different than talk therapy.
Right.
You can energetically just be able to release some of this stuff that maybe you don't even know you're holding on to.
Okay, so what you actually do talk at the same time as you're doing your therapy, but it's not the same as actually going to see, like talk therapy, going to see a psychologist or
right.
A bereavement counselor. Or
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So part of the intuitive part of the Reiki therapy is that as I'm working on someone, because I'm sensitive to the energy, I will actually begin to feel through the energy and receive information through working on a person about specific things that have maybe happened to them in their life. I actually have had loved ones that will come through, who've crossed over, who will come through if that person needs some healing in that regard, maybe some grief healing. And so through the intuitive part of the healing, I can help talk them through bringing the energy up and releasing it, if that makes sense.
Okay. how did you get into all of this?
Well, actually, I started on my spiritual journey about 7 years ago. And shortly after I started on my spiritual journey, I actually lost my own son. He was 20 at the time. And through my own healing process, I discovered the energetic healing and the holistic healing. And for me, that was so powerful that I was able to use that. And I understood how the healing happened within my own body, and I was able to then share it with other people. And it's just grown.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess there's nothing really better than having had your own experience to be able to help other people.
Absolutely.
I know.
They say, and I believe, that the greatest growth comes from sometimes the most difficult hardships. And in my case, I would absolutely say that's true.
Yeah, the most painful experiences in our lives can really be there to help other people.
Exactly.
I do know, and Leslie mentioned also that down at Inner Chi, you also do meditation.
Yes.
And I got to own up here. I have been down there. But we're not going to talk about that today. And you know what? And I do love meditation. I do meditate at home. I think it's a wonderful way of getting centered and relieving stress. So, do you do meditation for like beginners, total beginners, people who've never meditated before? If somebody wanted to just learn how to meditate.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So the meditation group that I lead is every Monday night at 6:30, and first of all, let me say that with every client that I've worked on, every client that I work with, the number one thing that I recommend for healing is meditation. Now, there's a lot of different aspects to healing, but I would say the number one thing is meditation, because the more time you can spend going inside, quieting the mind, letting go of the past and the future, because those are the things that keep us in stress, right? Worrying about what's coming up or worrying about what's happened, and just really bring yourself into center and learn how to just get mindful and be present with yourself is the greatest way to relieve stress and allow energy to just flow through your body, which is what brings the healing. So the Monday night meditation, it's called Monday Night Crystal Meditation. So because I work with the energy of crystals, the entire meditation is centered around a crystal grid that I put up every week. It's a little bit different depending on what our meditation is centered around. And it's really for all levels of meditators. So if you've never meditated before, you can come in. I explain the breathing process and I walk you through it, and then we spend some time in just silent meditation for people who want to just experience, whatever their level is.
Right. I must admit, it really was a great experience, a great way to experience a guided meditation. Because I know for myself, if I'm trying to meditate, I have to really be quite relaxed to be able to focus down and get centered. Otherwise, my brain is just like, it's all over the place.
Right. They call it the monkey mind. Yeah. It's hard to tame the monkey mind.
It's everywhere. It's thinking about all different kinds of things.
Right.
So I know that we have your name up here on the screen, and how is the best way that people can get hold of you? Is it through your phone number? Is that a good way?
Through my phone number. They can give me a call. You can send me a text message. You can go onto our Facebook page, Inner Chi. And then you can also get my email address from the Facebook page as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that would be for people who are maybe looking for a holistic way in healing, for some kind of grief therapy, or anybody who is looking for brand new to meditating.
Right.
Definitely brand new to meditating is a wonderful way to start. These gals are just amazing down there. They are so beautiful, and I highly recommend it. Did you have anything else that you needed to add right now?
I think we've covered all of it.
I know when we sat down, you looked at me and you said, "You are really stressed." Well, I must say that after sitting beside you for just a few minutes, I feel a lot less stressed than I did before. So,
oh, good.
Whatever you're doing, it's working. So,
Great.
Anyway, thank you. We're going to take a short break for a few minutes, and then we will be back with our travel expert and how to de-stress by travel. Thank you.